friends, welcome back. I am Vivekanandan. So how are you doing? Today's video, let us discuss about this particular topic, which is none other than social entrepreneurship. So is there any difference between entrepreneurship and social entrepreneurship? Let's discuss about that. We will do that with a lot of examples and what are the qualities required for becoming a social entrepreneur or to run a social entrepreneurship. And most importantly, I'm going to finish this video by asking a question also. So let's get into the video. So to start with, first of all, let us understand the difference between social entrepreneurship and NGOs, because majority of the times the question is running an NGO and social entrepreneurship, is it the same? So let us understand the difference between both. To start with, an NGO basically runs on a not-for-profit model, majority of them. For example, what is a not-for-profit model? The not-for-profit model actually means that for their day-to-day functions, they actually receive funds from various sources. It can be from the government, it can be from big foundations, or it can be from the common man. So that is how they raise their funds, and that is those funds are used for their day-to-day functions, which means that it is not a profit is not involved. It's called a not-for-profit model. Whereas a social entrepreneur is basically at least they follow a for-profit model. So somewhere down the line they need to get some profits, because as you know, to run a business, cash is king. So you need to generate that kind of a cash to run the business. You need to take profits. Maybe the size of the profit might vary. A few people that might look for large profits. A few people might be okay with reducing the margins which they derive, which they get. For example, let us discuss about this particular person. Today, this particular grandma, she's called as a party. She sells her idli for 1 rupee. She is based out of Coimbatore, and she sells her idlis for 1 rupee. And today she is famous throughout India. Many news channels come and interview her, and influential persons like Mr. Anand Mahindra wants to help her. The impact she is making is being known by many people. It is making a lot of waves. But the point over here is, when you asked her recently, like now the price of essential commodities are increasing, and will you be increasing the prices of your idlis, say for more than 1 rupee? The answer she says is a firm no. And the simple reason why, when she's asked back, she says that my customers are mostly people who are earning daily wages. If I am going to raise the prices of my idlis, these people who are dependent upon daily wages, they may not be able to have a full meal properly in the morning. I mean, whenever she cooks the idlis. So her concern is basically on the customers, on her customers. That is the primary thing which is running through her mind. And this particular quality, which is called as empathy, imagining yourself from others' shoes, that is the first and foremost quality required to become a social entrepreneur or to run a social entrepreneurship. But the biggest question over here is, okay, fine, you think about your customers, everything is fine. But what about, how do you sustain yourself? But what about the money? I mean, how do you generate revenue for yourself to run the business? That is a major question now. And when she was saying, when she was asked the same question even by a news channel, the answer she told was, I manage myself because I do have 3 coconut trees at home, and I do have a small vegetable garden. So with that coconut trees, through the coconuts, she's able to make the chutneys for the idli, and with the vegetables she gets from the plants, she's able to cook sambar for those idlis. So the point over here is, when you have a deep look into it, there is actually a business model involved, and only for the flour for the idlis, she is able to do it with the money she receives from her customers. So the point over here is, social entrepreneurship is not just like running the business out of only concern and all. There is actually a business model involved. Importantly, you really have to be innovative. Any entrepreneur every entrepreneurship or any entrepreneur to run the business successfully requires this basic quality, which is none other than innovation. And to be a social entrepreneur, that innovation needs to be top notch. That is the example. We'll discuss more examples. For another example would be Mr. Arunachala Muruganandam from Coimbatore again. And he is known as India's Padman today. In fact, Hindi film was being made on him. Mr. Akshay Kumar actually played the protagonist in that particular film depicting him. Point is, what did Mr. Arunachala Muruganandam do? This man actually invented low-cost sanitary napkins. So he understood the menstrual problem when women face, and they need napkins, but the majority of the napkins are very, very costly. So he goes into he takes a lot of trouble for himself, and he designs a machine where he can actually produce sanitary napkins. But the beauty over here is he started selling that sanitary napkins at ₹1 through his group of companies today. And not only that, his entire machinery, how he does it, everything is open source today. And importantly, he did not stop over there. He has created employment for a lot of people by running his business of selling low-cost sanitary napkins. And that is one reason people like Bill Gates really want to meet him. He is compared with the likes of Obama, such a very influential person. And today he takes classes across well-renowned universities over the world about business and impact and entrepreneurship. But the point over here is, imagine this man, the impact he is making is very high. And that is all about social entrepreneurship. Entrepreneurship itself, if run properly, the impact is huge, because you give employment to so many people, so many houses are benefiting because of that, so many families are benefiting because of that. The impact is high. And in social entrepreneurship, the impact is much more higher, or needs to be higher. Another understanding is, if social entrepreneurship means that only selling products at a lower price, no. I will give you another example from Bangalore. This company named as Diya Innovations, which is run by Suman. What they do is, their core product is gifting products. They produce a lot of gifting products, say colorful candles, arts and craft, baking, chocolate products, and all those things. But what is the difference? All these products are actually created by special people. That is the most important point over here. So remember, you need to train these differently abled people and produce products with the same quality, and they have to compete with regular other similar product companies. So the most important point is, they have to run the business. This particular social entrepreneur will run through all the pressures faced by a regular entrepreneur. But in spite of that, they stick to their vision of enabling these people. The challenge is going to be really high, because, for example, if they are going to get a corporate order from any other company saying that these products are prepared by differently able people, special people, that company was not going to give orders just because it is run by these people. No, they will be giving orders also by looking or taking into consideration the quality of the product. So which means the social entrepreneur needs to train their people also one notch above than the regular training which they are going to give. But what is the biggest benefit of doing this? The biggest benefit over here is, it is all about immense satisfaction. Certain families might even ignore these differently abled people in their homes. But just imagine if they can actually, if these differently abled people are actually going to draw a salary and stand on their own feet. Imagine the kind of confidence they are going to get, and imagine how they are going to be treated in a very different way also. So this is all about social entrepreneurship. Impact and satisfaction is much more higher. I would just conclude by giving one more example. Very recently, we also made a video about him, which is this particular person, Mr. Subramaniam, who very recently passed away. In Coimbatore, he actually runs a canteen. It's called as Shanti Social Services Canteen. But the point is, for an entire family to go and have a proper full meal, sumptuous, delightful meal, it will only take 50 rupees to 100 rupees for an entire family, because the tiffin items are low priced. For example, tiffin items are right from idli, dosa to puri are charged from 2 rupees, 3 rupees, 5 rupees to a maximum of 10 rupees. A person with 20 rupees can have a full meal properly. But most importantly, they don't compromise on quality or the taste factor. The point is, there is again a business model involved here, because thousands and thousands of people eat in this particular shop on one single day, which means the volumes are higher, and because of that they might be able to provide prices at this rate their products at these prices. And the government also recognized the effort and awarded the Padma Shri very recently. So the point I'm trying to say over here is social entrepreneurship, or entrepreneurs go through the same process as regular entrepreneurship or regular entrepreneurs, but their effort and everything is a little bit higher, right from innovation to being very, very courageous. Everything, the effort is a little bit higher, but the impact is also much more higher. So that is the point over here. But one question comes to our mind, which is every regular entrepreneur, it is not that every regular entrepreneur or entrepreneurship needs to be so revolutionary, but every business, I feel, needs to be a social business. Even if we are not doing what these people are doing, a normal business which can actually produce products keeping the customer in mind, if they can do that properly, that itself is a social business. If they can take care of their employees properly, then it would be great. Coming out with quality products, taking care of their people, thinking about the society in general, then itself it becomes a social business, rather than creating products which would affect the customer's health or which would destroy the environment in a very harmful way. It is that if we can avoid that and do a business in a normal way itself, without hurting others, by taking care of people, empathizing and producing products, that itself would become a social business, is what I feel. What do you feel about these things? Please share your thoughts in the comment section. Thanks for watching this video.